As you can see on my screen, the magic words are given there. So we learn with these magic words, magic codes plus keywords. Keywords will help you in writing the explanation. First definition we have to do of entrepreneur. So in the definition of entrepreneur, you have to start it with the word of person. So entrepreneur is a person. What he does? He identifies opportunities, then he arranges resources, takes the risk and starts and manage an enterprise. So learn these 5 words: person, identify the opportunities, arrange resources, risk, start and manage the enterprise. Then come the definition of entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? It is the process. So start the definition of entrepreneurship with process. It is the process of number 1, identifying opportunities, number 2, arranges resources, number 3, creates and manage an enterprise. So this is the definition of entrepreneurship. Next comes the enterprise. What is enterprise? Enterprise is a business organization which is established by an entrepreneur. So these are the 3 definitions of entrepreneurship which you have to learn. One is entrepreneur, entrepreneurship and enterprise. Next come the functions of entrepreneur. We know functions of entrepreneur are classified into 4 parts: entrepreneurial functions, promotional functions, managerial functions, and last one are your commercial functions. So let's start with entrepreneurial functions. There are 3 entrepreneurial functions. One is risk taking, innovation, organization building. Let's come to the risk taking. In risk taking, in the explanation you will write down, every entrepreneur faces uncertainty. Uncertainty means unsurety. We are not sure whatever I am doing, what will be its result. So every entrepreneur works in uncertainty. He faces the calculated risk and then he takes the decision by taking care of that risk factor. Second entrepreneurial function is innovation. Every entrepreneur develops new idea, new products, new methods and or do some improvement in the already existing product. The last is organization building. See, every entrepreneur arranges the resources. Then after arranging the resources, he ensures that resources should be used in the best possible manner. So that's what it is. Arranges the resources, maintains coordination and then creates the enterprise. So these are the 3 entrepreneurial functions, and remember the word for this. That word is RIO. R-I-O. Entrepreneurial functions, remember the word RIO. R for risk taking, I for innovation, O for organization building. Next functions of entrepreneur are promotional functions. In case of promotional functions, there are 4 promotional functions. One is discovery of an idea. Under discovery of an idea, an entrepreneur identifies the business idea. On the basis of idea, he sees whether that idea is workable or not, whether that idea has certain opportunity or not, means that idea can be converted into business opportunity or not. Then he uses his creativity. Fine, this is how he gets the idea. After discovery of idea, second function is detailed investigation. See, after finding the idea, he cannot directly implement it. He checks that whether this idea is actually feasible. Feasible means whether that idea can actually be implementable or not. For that, he conducts the market research and evaluates that whether the idea is correct or whether the idea should be implemented or not. If idea seems impossible, then he has to leave that idea there only. After detailed investigation, third is assembling requirement. See, after seeing, okay, now idea is workable, I can definitely work on this idea. Now I need to arrange the resources. There are 4 resources: land, labor, capital and machinery. So entrepreneur arranges these 4 resources in the third function, that is assembling the requirement. Fourth is financing the proposition. The most important thing, what you need to run the business, that is finance, that is money. So what he arranges? He arranges capital. He asks the investors to invest the money, and that is your finance. Now to learn these 4 functions, 4 promotional functions, there is a very easy way to do. Discovery of idea. What do you do in this? Think. Detailed investigation. You check that whether idea is implementable or not. Assembling the requirement. You arrange the resources. Then financing the proposition. You arrange the funds. So remember these words. Think, check, arrange, fund. Think, check, arrange, fund. Think you should remember discovery of idea. Check means detailed investigation. Arrange means assembling the requirement. Fund means financing the proposition. This is your second entrepreneurial function, that is function of entrepreneur, that is promotional function. Third function is managerial functions. managerial function, see there are 10 managerial functions. First is planning. It's very difficult to learn these 10 functions. That is why I have created a short word for it, which will help you in remembering these 10 functions. First is planning. Planning means deciding in advance what is to be done, how it is to be done, who will do it. So in planning, first of all, entrepreneur sets the objective, make the strategy or plan to achieve these objectives, and then he decides future course of action, that how he is going to implement these objectives. After planning, now he arranges the resources. That is your organizing. He arranges the resources, he decides the job, fine, and then who will work under which job, and which job will have what duty and what responsibility. So he decides the duties and responsibilities, and also fixes the authority means power. He also fixes the authority and responsibility with every job. Finally, after creating the job, he hires the person and ensure that right person should be hired for the right job. That is your third function, that is staffing. So three managerial functions which we have done right now are planning, organizing, staffing. After that, next is directing. Directing means, see, I have done the planning. After planning, I have created the jobs in organizing. After creating the jobs, I have hired the person, and right person is given the right job. Now I have to start the work. So for starting the work, what I need to do? I need to direct. Direct means I need to give the instructions to the people. So let's give them the instructions in the directing. So under directing, we instruct, guide and direct the persons that what kind of performance they have to do, what exactly they are supposed to do. After directing, leadership. Leadership means leader is not the one whom everybody follows. Leader is the one who ensures that every person should be doing the right work at the right time, and he should be able to get the best out of every person. So under leadership, under managerial function, an entrepreneur ensures to guide and motivate every employee so that they should be able to achieve the goal. Communication. No organization can be successful unless or until there is effective communication. So entrepreneur ensures that clear information, ideas, instructions should be conveyed to the employees, and proper feedback should be given to them. Next is motivation. Motivation means to encourage the employees. If you want to motivate someone, you need to understand their need and motivate them to achieve those goals. So encourage them, give them the incentives so that they should get motivated, and give them required feedback to improve their performance. Then next motivational function is supervision. Supervision means guide, to check. See, when you people give the exam, your teachers continuously take the round or not? Just during that time, what they are doing supervision. So supervision simply means oversee means monitor, guide the work performance of the employees. Just check that whether everybody is doing proper work or not. Then coordination is very, very important in every organization. Rather, it is very important in these functions also. Coordination means all the persons should be moving in the same direction. Okay, so teamwork, harmonization, that is coordination. Controlling means to check whatever I have planned, whether people are doing work as per my planning or not. So here we make the standards were made in planning. Here we check the actual performance, compare the actual performance with the standard performance, and if the actual performance is not as per the standard performance, then we take the corrective action. Let's say standard was to make 300 units. Actual performance is employees could make only 100 units. It means people are moving far behind than their target. So we need to take the corrective action. So let's give a quick revision to these 10 functions. So what I have done, I have divided these 10 functions into 3 parts. Remember the term prepare, lead, check. Prepare, lead, check. Under prepare, there is POS. POS means planning, organizing, staffing. Lead, how to lead? We lead by directing, leadership, communication, and M for motivation. Then we check. How we check whether people are doing work properly or not? By supervising, by coordinating, and by controlling. So remember this term, prepare, lead, check. Under prepare, planning, organizing, staffing. Under lead, directing, leadership, communication, and motivation. Under check, supervision, coordination, and your controlling, for C for controlling. Done. Next functions are commercial functions. For commercial functions, there are 5 commercial functions. First commercial function is production. Production means, as we all know, production means make what? Production is related with make. So under commercial function, an entrepreneur make goods and services. And then under finance, he arranges the finance and ensure that that finance should be used in the best possible manner. So then personal under commercial function, under personal he ensures that to hire the employees and appointing the right person for the right job. Then the organization will be able to achieve the best possible goal. Then marketing means to convince to understand the needs of the customer, then make the product as per the needs of the customer, then informing the customers that okay, my product is ready as per your need, come and buy it. That be done through promotion. So under marketing, an entrepreneur performs 4 P's of marketing. Then accounting, entrepreneur needs to check the health of the business, financial health of the business, that business is healthy or not. To do that, he record all the financial transaction, measure it, and then check the accounts that whether business is earning profit or loss. So these are the 5 commercial functions. So for that, we will remember the term 5M. There are 5M. Production means make, finance means money, personal means manage, marketing means market, accounting means measure. So remember this term: make, money, manage, market, measure. Make money, manage, market, measure. Make means production, money means finance, manage whom? Personal, market means marketing, measure means accounting. So remember these 5 M's, that is make, money, manage, market and measure. So these 5M are 5M is a magic word. Functions are production, finance, personal, marketing, accounting. But these 5M are the magic codes to remember these 5 functions. So these all are your functions of entrepreneur, which is a very, very important topic. Examiner will 100% ask this question in your exams. The next topic is the need of entrepreneurship. For need of entrepreneurship, let's understand it. Then I'll tell you the magic word. First point is employment opportunities. Entrepreneurship helps. Entrepreneurship is lifeline of every nation. Why every nation needs it? Why Modi government is running after Startup India, Make in India, Make in India, Made in India? Because of these reasons. So because every country needs entrepreneurship. First reason is employment opportunities. Entrepreneurship helps in creating employment opportunities and creating jobs. Next is change in inclusive growth. Inclusive growth means not only monetary benefits but overall growth of the economy. So entrepreneurship helps in changing the quality of life of the people, helps in changing the environment. Lifeline of the nation. Every country, you see why China developed, because China's business sector is very strong. As I told you, why Modi government is running after making India more Indian business more strong, because they know it is the lifeline of the nation. So if you want to measure the economic development of any country, so the yardstick to measure the development is your entrepreneurship. How many more and more entrepreneurs are there? So more business in a country, more businessmen in a country, more scope of development. Innovation. Entrepreneurs come up with new ideas, new technology, new products which help in improving our lifestyle only, our life only. So they bring new ideas. Increase profit. See, when there are new methods of doing work, new projects, new technology, new ideas, they all help in doing the same work in a better manner with less wastage of resources, so which ultimately reduces the cost. So with reduction of cost, efficient use of resources leads to more profits. Then social benefits. Entrepreneurship helps in, as I told you, it helps in overall growth, overall inclusive growth. So it helps in improving the standard of living, provides quality product and ultimately brings prosperity in the country. To remember the need of entrepreneurship, just remember the word eclipse. It's easy to remember the word eclipse, class 11. Eclipse, E for employment opportunities, C for change in inclusive growth, L for lifeline of nation, I for innovation, P for increased profit, S for social benefit. So remember this word eclipse and your whole topic is ready. E for employment opportunities, C for change and inclusive growth, L for lifeline of nation, I for innovation, P for increased profits and S for social benefits. So see, your need of entrepreneurship is ready. Next is myths of entrepreneurship. In myths of entrepreneurship, you know what is given? That some people have some kind of false belief. Myth means false belief. But the reality is something else. So here we'll discuss the myth and the reality. The first myth is starting a business is easy. People say it's very easy to start the business, but it is myth. It is really a false belief. Reality is starting a business is very difficult, and there are maximum businesses which don't get the positive cash flow and they fail. Then second myth is talent alone determines growth. It doesn't matter what type of business you are doing. If you are talented, you can run any type of business. This is really stupid thing to think. If you are doing any wrong business, your right talent cannot do anything there. So what is the reality? Reality is entrepreneurs' talent and industry choice both play equal role in making a business successful. A is attractive industries are always chosen. People think that maximum entrepreneurs do business in attractive industry. Attractive industry means a industry in which maximum people are doing business, and an industry which has more profit margins. This is wrong. There are many businessmen who have nothing to do with the attractive industry. They even start businesses such kind of industry where the failure rate is high. For example, Mahima Mehra started this paper making business with elephant tongue. So it is nothing like the entrepreneurs always start business in attractive industry. Then R for rich. Most entrepreneurs are financially successful. No. There are only 1/10 of the businesses which actually go to the success, which actually achieve the success. So financial success is not something like, okay, you become the entrepreneur, you will be financially successful. This is wrong to say. There is uneven wealth data which is available with us. So all entrepreneurs are not financially successful. Tons of money, then we have tons of money is needed. If you need lot of money to start the business, this is really a myth. You don't need lot of money to start a business. You just need basic startup capital, and if you have good idea, you can start your business with limited amount of money also. Lijjat Papad women started their business with just 80 rupees, and today that business is of 1,000 crores and more than that. So you don't need to have tons of money. You just need good idea to start a business. Next myth is use of debt is not possible. People say you cannot start business with loan. You cannot start business with debt. No, this is wrong to say. As I gave you the example of Lijjat Papad right now, those women started the business with 80 rupees, and that 80 rupees was also borrowed. So it is wrong to say that business can't be started with that. Some part of your own money, some part of your debt, and start the business. They make the startup finance. Last is banks don't give money to startups. This is wrong. If your idea is good, you have good business plan, you have done enough market research, banks give you the loan. This is the reality. So banks, government schemes, finances are there. There are many mudra schemes, there are many entrepreneurial schemes started by government where government gives the loan. So let's learn this now. What are the myths of entrepreneurship? Learn the term startup. Startup. What is startup here? Startup. S for starting a business is easy. This is the first myth. Second myth, T for talent alone determines growth. This is a myth. A for attractive industries are always chosen. R for rich, which means most enterprises are financially successful. T for tons of money are needed. U for use of debt is not possible. And then P for public banks, finance is not available. Banks don't give finance. P for public. So remember the term startup, myths of entrepreneur. If question comes to you, myths of entrepreneur, the magic word is startup. Remember, fast. Hurry up, repeat it with me. S for starting a business is easy. T for talent alone determine growth. A for attractive industries are always chosen. R for rich, which means all entrepreneurs are financially rich. T for tons of money is needed, which means lots of money is needed. U for use of debt is not possible. P for public bank does not give loan. So these all are myths. Startup is a myth. Done? Next topic is advantages of entrepreneurship. Very important topic for your exams. And advantages of entrepreneur. First entrepreneurship example is originality. Basically here we are studying what are the advantages to the person who starts the entrepreneurship. Originality. Entrepreneurship helps in bringing the new idea, new product, new service in the market. Freedom. Because of entrepreneurship, see, I am entrepreneur. I have my idea. Many people can say this idea is wrong, but I am not worried about it. I have my own freedom to apply my own idea. I am not working under somebody else. So under entrepreneurship, a person has full freedom to apply his own idea. Independence. You are your own boss. You are not working under anybody. So you are your own boss, take your own decisions. Rational salary. The entrepreneurship is see, sometimes when we are in job we feel like I am doing that much work, I am getting less paid. No such worries in entrepreneurship. You are your own boss, do more work, get more salary, fine. So worth the effort, earning financial reward. Excitement. You are always excited, you are always on a adventure of doing something new. So if you really have a quality of risk taking, you are really very good person to be a entrepreneur, because you will always be filled with excitement. So for advantages, our magic term is O fire. Remember the term O fire, this is our magic word. O for originality. You get to know the new product, new service and innovation. F for freedom. Entrepreneur get his own idea, choice and flexibility. I for independent. Entrepreneur is his own boss. R for rational salary. More work, more money. Excitement. Entrepreneur is always excited. So remember the term O fire. O fire. Originality, freedom, independence, rational salary, excitement. Next topic is disadvantages of entrepreneurship. For disadvantages, we have a term wasabi. There is a Japanese sauce wasabi which is WASABI, but R is WSABI. Remember this, WSABI. This is our magic word. So let's see what are the disadvantages of entrepreneurship. First is work schedule. Entrepreneurs, the entrepreneur's work is 24/7. They don't have fixed working hours. They have to work for 24/7 hours. So they have unpredictable long hours. In case of emergency, they may even have to run at 4 a.m. in the midnight. As for salary, they have, see, in the initial years, you don't get any salary. In the initial year, you just pay. So the no regular paycheck, income uncertainty is there for entrepreneur. Then administration, as we said, you are your own boss. You are going to be responsible for your own decisions. You cannot put your blame on anybody else. So there is decision making, full responsibility of wrong decision is on you only. Then benefits. There are fewer benefits because it's a new business. So in case of employee, you can get the benefit, but as an employer, you cannot get any benefit. So there are very limited benefits. Incompetent staff, there is lack of experience, less skilled staff and training, because if the business you are starting is the one which is not existing in the market, then people don't know how to make such kind of product. Then in that case, you need to train them. So entrepreneur faces such problem of having incompetent staff. So let's see the term. What is the magic term? Wasabi. WSABI. W for work schedule. S for salary. A for administration. B for benefits. I for incompetent staff. Remember the term. W for work schedule. S for salary. A for administration. B for benefit. I for incompetent staff. Let's come to the last topic now. That is process of entrepreneurship. You have to learn this process in the same sequence only, because process means steps. Steps are to be learned in the same sequence. First of all, you need to discover yourself. Discover yourself means, first of all, you need to see what is your liking, what exactly you like to do. Choose the business in that area, what is your hobby. Then you will enjoy doing that business. So first is discover yourself. Choose the business as per you. First of all, find your interest, strength and weakness. Then identify opportunity. Then see what are the needs, problems which people are facing in the market. Then select the best idea. By combining these two, what is your hobby and what is that problem people are facing in the market. By combining these two, you select the idea on the basis of creativity and innovation. Then select the best idea. Then after selecting the idea, create the plan. Do the research work, arrange the resources, make the plan that how you are going to execute it. Then you cannot execute the plan in a year. You need money for that. So O for obtain capital. You talk to the venture capitalists, connect with angel investors and arrange the money to start your business. Finally, start the venture, launch the business, arrange customer base and start your business. Then expand. Once your business starts, now it's time to expand the business, grow the business. After growing, finally start getting the rewards. Here the rewards can be in the form of selling your business. You can even, after making your business reach at one point, you can sell your business to some higher businesses. Like there are many yoga apps who have created their apps and then they sold their apps to big hotels. So what they did, that time by selling it to the big hoteliers, they harvested. So the term which you need to remember is discover. discover. Our magic word is discover, class 11. D for discover yourself. I for identify opportunity. S for select the best idea. C for create a plan. O for obtain capital. V for venture begins. E for expand. And R for reap awards. Remember the term for process, discover. You need this magic sheet, you need this magic code sheet. It is link is given in the description box. Just click on that link and download this magic sheet for your exams. Thank you.